I know it's not a very proud moment to talk about, but could you talk about the events of our last football game?
So at our last football game, Charlie had gotten thrown a screen pass, and he ran and scored a touchdown. And as he was crossing into the end zone, the other team came up from behind and threw their body into him, and Charlie flew forward and hit a traffic cone, and he tried to stop the landing with his arm, and his arm cracked. And David got upset and ran and pushed the player that pushed Charlie, and our game got canceled and ended, but we won by 40 points.
We won by 40 points. You think it was the right call for the refs to call off the game?
Yeah, I think it was a good call. There was a lot of pushing going on throughout the game, and they missed some calls that I think upset the team. And at the end of the game, I think the players started to take actions into their own hands because they felt like the refs weren't protecting them on the field.
Obviously, it wasn't a very proud moment. There was a lot of, as you could hear, a lot of racial slurs being thrown around the field. Do you believe that's bad sportsmanship?
Yeah, I think it's really bad sportsmanship, and I think it reflects on the other team's coaching because the whole game, the coach was encouraging them to talk and be obnoxious.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't right, and they had to leave the game with a L. Thank you for your time. All right, we're here with, again,
Eves.
Eves. Now we have special news to talk about, more deeper news. So what happened at that home game?
That home game was crazy. I don't even know what was going on because I was on the bench, right? But on the field, I just see everybody grouping up after Charlie made a catch, and then he handed off one of the other team's players. And that player took it personally. He started pushing Charlie. They were about to start fighting. They were about to start throwing hands. Charlie landed on his hand. That's why he got a wrist injury now, and he couldn't play further games. And that player, I heard, got banned for the rest of the season. His team couldn't even use him anymore. I was confused what was going on from the sidelines, but then I saw some coaches running on the field. I saw some fans running on the field. Some people just wanted to get into it. I don't know what was going on that field, man. But honestly, I was just sitting on the sidelines. I pulled out my popcorn. I was just watching. It was very interesting, but also chaotic.
It was very chaotic. What do you feel about this racial stuff being said during that time?
During the time, racial slurs, it just shows how if someone's better than you, you just want to degrade them, and that's one way people do it. Racial slurs, honestly, if you use that in the heart of it all, you're a loser. Because you don't have anything else to say, you can't show that you're better than that person, you decide to go down that path.
It doesn't show good sportsmanship either, right?
Nah, it doesn't show good sportsmanship at all. I feel like in that situation, you should express yourself through the use of proper language rather than using racial slurs, pushing them and fighting them.
You feel the Deans acted correctly by trying to intervene?
Yeah, in that situation, the Deans should have intervened, and they did so very well. I feel like they broke up the fight quickly and effectively. I feel like no one else got hurt besides Charlie, which was very unfortunate.
You believe the ref's decision of ending the game during that time was the correct decision?
Yeah, I think that was a correct decision. There was a lot of animosity amongst the players. I feel like they wouldn't play with the same attitude that they did before the game started. I feel like the players would be more aggressive. They'd be more touchy on each other. They'd be pushing each other and hurting each other, harming. But I feel like in the end, the refs made the right decision.
Thank you for your time. Can you tell us what happened in that game?
Alright, so basically, you know what I'm saying? We lose game. I scored on 40-yard TV. Had to run out. So I started celebrating. I started hitting the gritty, right? In front of the other team's bench. That was a little disrespectful. I can see why they got mad, but this dude comes and pushes me, right? I'm like, it is what it is. I look at him, right? Some dude comes behind me, sneaks me, bro. I'm on the ground, and my arm gets stepped on. Man, hurt. And like, it's not wrapped up right now because it healed up. It wasn't too bad, bro. And then everybody just started pushing me. It was crazy.
Alright, how do you feel about the racial slurs that were said during that event?
It was crazy, bro. They was throwing them around, N-words, all types of stuff. Yeah.
was disappointing to see. How do you feel about this bad sportsmanship that was seen during the game?
It made me feel some type of way. Because, you know, we wouldn't do something like that. But to see that other teams would do that is just, you know, something got to change.
Do you believe that it was right call for the refs to call the game early?
Yes, because, you know, things did get out of hand, but no, because we were winning.
You wanted to keep that score up,
Yeah,
but we still won by over 40 points.
exactly. Just showing what was up.
Think about what happened that day.
So for me personally, I didn't really see much at the moment because I play offense, so I always only see Charlie going up 20 yards, and I just see him score a touchdown, so you know how to celebrate. And all I see from I just blinked my eye and everything happened, and I just see like all these people like going up on him, like pushing him, because apparently from what I've heard, he was celebrating his touchdown, and the other team got a little heated, and so I saw David running down the field trying to help Charlie, pushing up the other people, and I tried my best. I was like deep all the way down from the other end zone, just like running down the field. And I mean, personally, I tried to like separate the fight, and like I mean that's all I could ever done, and that's how Charlie like his hands like messed up.
Yeah, same with me here. Me and him were both celebrating. We're just like, bro, we got this. We're like up one, right? We're like
Yeah, we were up on one.
And then we made another one, so then that really hyped us up. And then like Trevor was facing away, that's why he didn't really see how it started. But whenever I saw it, like one of the defenders fucking smacked Charlie's hand, and like he like started looking at his hand. And then David came in and started breaking up the fight, and then everyone started going in. And then me and Trevor started running over there, and it was just crazy, bro. And we still won the game, of
Yeah,
course.
we still won the game. The
We
coaches had to get involved at one point.
Yeah, the coach Friday even threw some hands, bro. Like we didn't like that man lives, but I didn't know he knew how to fight. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But it sucks for Charlie that he messed up his hand.
because
But we got revenge.
because that's terrible. Because like he's like the only like fast person besides David.
He's like one of our fastest people.
During this argument, there was all racial slurs thrown around in the field. How do y'all feel about that?
Unnecessary.
It's messed up.
Unnecessary, uncalled for. I mean, that's when you're what is it called? Like when you're in face of like oppression. Right?
Oppression, yeah.
Yeah, when you're in, like when you're heated and you just can't think straight, you kind of like just black out.
It just comes out sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean it doesn't really justify the other team's actions, but it's still really uncalled for. And I mean, predominantly they were all white, so it came out to be 20 times worse than it, what it said.
And especially since, like, especially in our day and age right now, racism, sexism, a lot of stuff is going on right now. Like people can get canceled just for calling like your white friends like just being white, just like oh you're white. And sometimes it's not even that deep, and people just take it too deep.
Yeah, we sadly saw that in the game, and the whole game was really heated. Do y'all believe it was the right call for the ref to end the game early?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I would say if I was the ref, I would separate the team as far as possible because everyone was heated. You still won, but everyone was heated. Well, it could have ended up in a huge brawl.
someone could end up in the hospital. Thank God nothing like too serious happened. And it's just,
I mean,
we got some heated players on our team too.
yeah, I got pretty heated because I'm pretty close to my team.
Yeah.
And I like to connect with them all. So, see one of my players, especially that's in the same grade as me, get into a fight, it's terrible. So, yeah.
So, do y'all believe good sportsmanship is something very important when it comes to sports?
Yes, like 100%. Like it has to be needed in every single sport because not only like it creates individuality, but it also creates like a sense of connection that you're all playing in one sport. Like I could be facing some of the team in Fort Worth, and we would have a connection because we play the same sport. You know what I mean? So that sportsmanship is kind of like necessary.
Sports is all about respect. You respect the people and the players putting in their effort and time to do what they love and just try to be the best that they can. So all love for every player, but when someone starts something, then that's too far.
Yeah, I agree.
These last questions are specifically for you, Trevor, because you were in our latest game. You know what happened after the game? Even though we lost, we went to Canes.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
That's what I said before. You know, I connect with all the teammates that are in flag football, and we kind of have that connection between one another as a teammate. And so, just going out to Canes, even though we lost, we lost as a team. It's not, we don't put ourselves down because it's our fault. It's a team effort. We win as a team, we lose as a team. And we went to Canes right afterwards. We went 8, had a blast. We had to do the 20 up downs.
Why did we do the 20 up downs? What happened outside the Canes?
There's this kid, I ain't gonna say names, but he just kept on picking on me during practice, and so I had to get my revenge, Not too bad, but
Can you tell us what happened with the car?
So there was a lady, people thought, we were fighting. There was a lady that pulled up, car hit a curve, and so when she backed out, she kind of like, her motor was like falling off, so yeah, it was very
Do you believe it was right for Coach to make us do up downs after that?
No.
We deserved that?
It kind of like summed up our football season, We have fun, and then there's repercussions, 20 up downs.
You work hard, you play hard, man. That's what football's all about.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.